do it. Let's jump in, guys. Game number 1 here. We got those guys on the Legion side versus Freshly Squeezed. So I'm not going to. There's no way I'm going to keep saying it.
Jorman's Land. I'm going to dedicate myself to saying it every single day. Yeah,
it just looks really weird when you first look at it, but I guess, yeah, when you actually say it, it's not too bad. All right, so what are we looking at? We got the bands coming out so far. Kraken was actually, I do want to hit the gym, but not just yet. I go every single day. So Kraken, the first band, Jeremiah, Ophelia are the follow-ups. So, of course, the final band coming out right here. So Kraken showing some love. But, again, you have to look at the pool. So who are we dealing with here? Dimension Shaman's going to be the final band. You look at what's left over, I mean, there's
nothing.
There's not a whole lot, yeah.
No, there's some good heroes here. Taking a look at the pool, see if there's any devastating combinations. An M4 is on the board. There's always like an M4, a hammer. Gemini has been reported to be pretty preposterous since the changes, but I haven't really seen him any competitive airtime. Dark Lady should be pretty good against a Gemini anyway with that the silencing blades preventing a lot of those abilities even after the split. Besides that, I mean, Merm would be a pretty good support in this pool if you want more of an aggressive lineup. I mean, Hammerstorm Myrmidon has been the core of many an aggressive team in the past. We talked about Prisoner before, but he didn't see any play, and he might actually just sort of be on our band.
Well, it's kind of funny because Prisoner and Sir Bensington are in the pool.
Oh,
so
true.
we have
Master
two heroes.
Benzi's there. Yeah,
so again, I'm not too familiar. I say let it happen. I mean, if it is able to be picked up, let it be picked. But
the Raw Myrmidon,
quick ready. How about that?
Reminds me of that team from Thailand, man.
GSL.
They ran that Raw Myrmidon.
I forget
GSL.
the name, but
yeah,
they were playing Trademark.
It wasn't Turtle Masters, was it?
No, I don't believe it was.
I don't know. Yeah, but either way, you got the Raw Myrmidon coming out.
They also had Emerald Warden. He's in this pool.
There's options for a lot of pseudo-aggressive tries, too. I mean, they could run a Solstice or a Hammerstorm point or a secondary support. Andromeda's being picked up. Andro Hammer, huh? Okay, so leads me to believe that they're going for more of a 2-2-1 setup when they go that Andro Hammer instead, unless they go Andro Hammer Dark Lady. But if they go up against another tri-lane with Andro Hammer Dark Lady, like a Merm, well, I'm not sure how Ra will actually fare in the tri-lane, but a Myrmidon, plus another range support, plus that I'd expect them to actually exceed over that.
Yeah.
A little bit limited on range there between the Hammerstorm and Andromeda in terms of harass. They sort of have to go all in for a kill when they want to go.
Yeah.
Plus Merm is phenomenal in those tri-lane setups. So seeing that Dark Lady, I'd be like, let's go man up against it.
There are plenty of support options. In fact, we've already seen 3 of them picked up. The Myrmidon, then you got the Andromeda, and then even Rhapsody now with the Pestilence pick up here. So definitely liking what I'm seeing over here, especially on the Legion side. Amun-Ra, Myrmidon, Rhapsody, and Pestilence so far coming out.
Yeah. It leads itself once again more to dual lanes because I don't think Ra or Pesty are too capable in the hands of a solo. So if they're on a tri-lane with one of those, and the Ra or the Pesty was solo, I mean, they can get away with it. Maybe mid or safe lane with a Ra, depending on the matchup, but it just doesn't seem ideal. On the other side, they do very powerfully. Dr. Repulsor actually being added to the mix. So in a game like this, maybe, and they actually they dipped into the Bensington.
We're doing it. We're going Sir Bensington now. I love it.
And the CD, see, I feel like the CD when you have the Pesty and the Ra is a bit much, and it's okay. I would like to see Doctor being played as more of that initiator role here. Shrunken Head would be a must. Grimmar, Lightbrand, I heard a lot of people say Doctor would be pretty ridiculous with Grimmar. He does put a lot of damage.
He was one of the first heroes that I thought of when we were thinking about Lightbrand or eventually Grimmar being introduced into tournament rules.
Right.
He was a hero that I was like, I wouldn't be surprised.
Right, and Hellflower lost the damage amp, which Doctor really relied on to get a lot of those kill combos before. Instead, though, the major thing I was going to say is I'd like to see him play a pretty heavy initiator role. Shrunken Head ultimately would be great against this Legion team, and just when they already have a hard carry like Dark Lady, you can just use him as more of setting up a team fight. So.
Yeah. We're going to have some fun.
Yeah,
that's the great thing about this event, man. I love
so
it.
If they're drawing from Bensington, I want to see the Prisoner, man, for fun. Like, that hook is ridiculous.
Cool. He's a champ in mid-wars, that's for sure.
Yeah, it sucks when you see a bunch of mass TPs onto a clustered spot because they all click quickly and they're not paying attention, and then the AoE hook just grabs them all back. And they get rooted down.
It'd be quite annoying. All right, so Sir Bensington, though, this is going to be fun. So Sir Bensington and the little experience, I mean, I personally never played him. I'll say that right off the bat, but I've definitely watched him a couple times. I mean, he seems like he's just a very solid ganking hero when it comes down to it. So, again, I don't know how much experience you have necessarily, but
I play a lot against him. I don't tend to play him very much just because I was kind of offended that, I don't know, kind of offends me, man, the avatar. I usually don't like to play heroes until they become in the actual competitive pool. Gotcha. Because I don't get to see them when we cast, so to me it's like, yeah, I'll play them here and there, but if they're not in the normal game, I lose a little bit of interest, so not as big of a fan of the new heroes. But yeah, Bensington, pretty solid skill set. That Royal Stomp, imagine a lot like a Luna Power Throw, except it stuns. More so or not, and that ultimate can be really tricky. I've seen a lot of times when Bensington's rush the staff, yeah, it gives you that global presence, but I've seen them sort of taper off in what they're doing for a team fight, because in the actual 5-on-5 clashes, it becomes a little bit more tricky. But I feel like if you were to get it and then utilize more of the split pushing and split encounters and pickoffs, instead of going for those straight 5v5s, if you had a strong enough pushing team, maybe you could utilize it to effectiveness that way.
Well, I mean, you look at the team that they built, when you think of a hero like Sir Bensington and that global presence he does have if he goes to staff. Even without the staff, it's still a pretty damn long range. I mean, it's not global by any means, but it's a very good, very good range. So I mean, you look at Andromeda, Hammerstorm, Dr. Repulsor. I mean, this is a great team built around Dark Lady when you think about it, as far as their roaming and ganking potential, giving her the time to farm up. So it's going to be interesting to see how our Hellbourne team progresses with that. As far as things go. But you look at the lane setup, too, for them. They're going to tri-lane top, it looks like, it's the short lane. Dr. Repulsor mid. And that means they're sending Sir Bensington Suicide down here. He's going to be matched up against a Rhapsody Pestilence. That's going to be interesting to kind of check out. It seems like, I don't know if Sir Bensington necessarily has the greatest escape. I guess the Joust.
The Joust is an amazing escape,
I guess,
actually.
Yeah. Well, doesn't it... Targeted. Oh, so it's just a direct. Oh, okay, that makes
starts
sense.
direction. It stuns everything on the way.
For some reason, I thought you had to click. It was like a hero. Like you had to click,
no. The Joust is a phenomenal escape.
So
the question is going to be,
top lane. Amun-Ra actually might be in some trouble right here. Perhaps a Bloodlust Co going to be coming out. He does have that Path of Destruction to use. Going to try to use it right there. Gets stun on the Hammerstorm. Dark Lady goes in. There's the Comet Stun though, and Mobby play the Dark Lady gets credit for the Bloodlust kill. That's the worst case scenario right there. If you are this Legion team.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not sure if the Legion team was ready for the tri-lane, because we saw the Andromeda, and we were like, okay, if I were these guys, we were not the Andromeda, the Dark Lady. And we said if I was Jorman's line, we were like, oh, we would man up aggressive tri-lane against this Dark Lady and try to punish her. Sending a dual lane, you cannot send a dual lane against a tri-lane, especially in the top, and expect anything to happen. They're both going to be completely underleveled, and you're going to be sacrificing way too much.
And you see right here, Myrmidon was still sticking around, and yeah, not the best of decisions right there. Easily gets collapsed on by Hammerstorm and Andromeda, and just like that, he too falls. So it's going to be interesting to see if Myrmidon still insists on coming back up here now, or if maybe he starts more of a roam, perhaps even to this middle lane, if not even the bottom lane. But it's definitely a very tough situation to be in if you're on the Legion side and going up to that top lane now. So it looks like Myrmidon, though, is coming to the middle lane currently. Gonna maybe try to set something up, but
yeah, this is hard because it's like CD has a stun here in the mid,
True.
You know, to help set up a gank from Myrm. So they don't have a very flexible lineup in terms of that. Like after their lane sort of collapse, they're sort of just forced to take it more or less. They can send Rhapsody up top and Myrm and attempt to tri-lane against them, but I'm not sure. You know, with this Dark Lady already getting that sound early farm in the lane, getting those couple kills is going to be that much harder to recover. Yeah. Meanwhile, Bensington now with the roam of Rhapsodies being allowed to get experience in the bottom lane, so pretty much everything early game going in their favor.
All across the board, looking pretty good right there. You see Corrupted Disciple using that conduit right there, the Corrupted Conduit onto Dr. Repulsor, but not able to do, actually he's getting a couple of auto attacks off right there, but not going to really be too much in the end, just applying some good harassment. Amun-Ra and Rhapsody roaming here to the middle lane, but Hammerstorm and Andromeda are also here. Look at Amun-Ra getting aggressive, so this has transitioned into kind of a tri-lane mid, I guess. Rhapsody actually a combo set followed by the Hammerstorm star. Dr. Repulsor also assisting auto attacks. Andromeda will finish off Rhapsody and Dr. Repulsor, and the rest of them going to walk away. So the stun's just more powerful on this Hellbourne side, man.
Yeah, in the positioning, they caught a squishy into or out, and they were trying to put damage onto a Hammerstorm. So naturally, the Hammerstorm was a bit more tanky, and they weren't really all in position to all attack him. I mean, we saw the CD. He was trying to go a little bit for the Doctor there. They were just sort of split up, and focus fire plus squish your hero is direct equation in their favor.
You see Amun-Ra, he's just like, okay, screw it. I'm going to go to the yellow camp here and do what I can. So obviously, it's not the most ideal situation, but figuring it's at least better than nothing at this case. So Jesus Babe playing the Amun-Ra. going to just continue to farm the jungle, and so we'll keep an eye on how he progresses. But I guess the only good news here for this Legion team, at least so far, is this Pestilence, man. Pestilence is really maximizing that creep farm. 27 and 18.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's got to be near perfect, honestly. 360 gold per minute right now. So Pestilence off to a great start, at least, for the Legion side. So they do have that going for them here.
Yeah.
Plenty of lag here.
Yeah, they're actually not that far behind considering the 3 kills down and the Ra level 1 is forced to jungle and the level 1 Rhapsody. It's only 347 experience, just due to how much, I guess, taking a look at actually, it's the CD, that's his experience versus the Doctor. Okay, he has about 110 experience more per minute, and then the Pestilence as well. So look at everyone else on the chart, though, man. Literally sitting at nothing. And surprisingly, Andromeda and Hammerstorm in that same boat, too. So everyone's up to level 2 here on the Legion side. Hammerstorm's actually level 1. This might be, is it 3 kills? He's a part of in level 1 still? That actually seems kind of awkward.
That is, yeah, the 3 assists, it's still level 1. That is just kind of funny.
Honestly, he doesn't need much more than his stun right away at the start, so.
Well, he's sitting on top of a haste rune right here, too, so we'll see if he maybe picks that up and perhaps could set something onto this Corrupted Disciple. Dr. Pulsar is still only level 4, so doesn't have that, what is it even called, ludicrous speed just yet.
A little bit of a status update here from Fantasy.
What's that?
News source for the SEA scene for us. He said that the Thai Raw Merm team was QMP.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yep.
That rings a bell, yeah.
Right,
again, I think they were playing Trademark.
Shout out to Fantasy there.
Yeah. So yeah, that was definitely a chaotic but yet a fun game at the GSL event. All right, so it looks like they are good now. Steam Boots just purchased by Pestilence right there, so he goes right to the side shop out of the pause and finishes off his Steam Boots. So again, Pestilence, he's definitely can have a solid impact. You get him that.
Ooh, I was going to say yeah, and I could actually expect some big things out of him, especially if he grabs a port. Say they're diving Corrupted Disciple trying to get the kill, you know, and he can be pretty tough to kill, you know. And say they're diving for him. And then all of a sudden, Pesty TP's in. He's such a great hero running down under-leveled supports and, in general, just the chase. And then I saw his skill build, and I cried a bit. Well, not only did I cry, I died. I honestly can't. They even buffed the sprint, man, like the flight. They said, hey, pick me. Pick me. It's absolutely no opportunity cost to you to move this fast. Instead, going for the Gore level 2. I hope he doesn't keep leveling it up. I know it's fun, but
hey, if RNG is in his favor, then maybe it will pay off.
Yeah, but
yeah, you're right. It's the
catching up, the catching up to them.
The flight is better. I think that is safe to say. As Amun Ra making his opinions heard apparently in chat. Not a fan of the Euro picks. Well, that's banning draft. I mean, again, that's kind of the point of it. It's you're not supposed to be
kind of playing in a tournament here, man. Like,
Fortunately, that's just part of it. So we do see the tri-lane set up here in the middle lane. Corrupted Disciple, Myrmidon, and Rhapsody. They've kind of been hanging about here in the middle, trying to, again, find some kill opportunity. But Andromeda and Hammerstorm continue to linger nearby. They've also been doing a decent job. You got a couple of stacked camps here in the jungle. In fact, yeah, several stacked camps. Doing a really good job at that. And eventually going to have that for whoever it may be. Rhapsody going to be got it right here. Ludicrous Speed is activated by Dr. Repulsor, so he's in out with a dangerous spot. And he easily gets the kill on a Rhapsody right there. Funky Prawn playing that Dr. Repulsor. So now that he's level 6, especially with a haste rune, I mean, not much Rhapsody could do.
Supports have got to sit back, though.
Yeah.
Merm is sitting there invis at this point, can provide some nice cover. Maybe if CD's able to bait him, but yeah, Merm cannot sit him. She'll be absolutely disintegrated. CD has no stun to cover either.
I mean, they want to try to get this Doctor, but it's, again, Corrupted Disciple, not necessarily the best for this case here. With a no CC from him, I mean, Dr. Pulsar is king against that. Rev4 put down another Rev4. They knew Myrmidon was there. Nice Weed Field, though. And that might be the difference maker. You see the stun hitting from Hammerstorm, but it just doesn't matter. So, good getaway at least coming out from Noob McNoob here, playing the Myrmidon. Able to stay alive, but again, it continues to be just overall not the best of spots here for the Legion team, other than Pestilence, who is actually going to go on to start Bensington right here. Impale comes out, Rhapsody running over, Staccato Stun's going to be applied, and Bensington in some trouble. Going to use that Joust, though. And as we were talking about, it is a great escape mechanism, and he showed it off right there a little bit. So, able to easily get away in the end.
Right now, Bensington, he actually health potioned up, and you see Hammerstorm rotating to, well, not stack the Ancient, so he should be close. I don't know why he's standing. What's his plan?
He's going to wait until
750.
AFK, actually.
Okay, I thought he should, while he's waiting, he might as well sit closer to the Bensington so he can provide some support, though. Like, watching the Ancients isn't going to make them spawn any sooner, so we'd like to see him...
Want to fight? Huh? Want to fight?
Yeah. It's like, ready. Slay the Black Dragon,
See,
the Dragon Master, and prove my worth.
Now the thing is, he better actually make this pull. I mean, the last thing he does is sit here for 40 seconds.
God.
He's doing it early. What is it? Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay, don't do it. Don't do it. Please don't mess this up. It's as if he knows we're watching him. Okay, do it, and I'll run away.
Does he know I'm, like, quietly raging on the inside?
Is it actually going to... Okay, well, jeez. That was
yeah,
Whew. Well, he pulled it off. Okay.
Okay, Okay.
Everything's good.
Yeah. Once again, 50 seconds to spare. Stand behind your lane partner in case he gets gone on.
Yeah.
So you turn around instead. Sometimes you yell at your teammates for literally walking around in circles around the map doing nothing. That is a clear example of that right there. So always try to find a way to make yourself active.
Yeah.
Besides that, I don't know. Android is protecting the...
They do have stacked ancients.
They do.
Okay, something we haven't really talked about at all is this Dark Lady, by the way, and she is just tearing it up this game. 420 gold. She's literally had free farm up here. Obviously, not been occupied since the beginning of the game, where it was even beneficial for her, as she got the bloodlust kill on Tjml and Ro. So she is doing an excellent job of showing in her farm. She's got the Ghost Marchers bringing the teacher, and she has the Life Tube already purchased. So that Rune Cleaver most certainly going to be next in line here for Mobby playing this Dark Lady.
Stacks are already done up nicely for her as well, so just waiting to be farmed. That's where you need to make a team fight happen is Legion. Kill the top lane or something and take the entire stacks, the entire one.
Yeah. Yeah, they did stack these really early.
AoE. I mean, they on 4 of their heroes, they have some decent AoE, so technically if they took it over or moved over there, they could kill those stacks.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely did stack this a little early. It's kind of a mix of, if they were going to stack this that early, then maybe Dark Lady should have gone right for the Ring Cleaver. But anyways, bottom lane initiation on Rhapsody right here. The Joust from Sir Bensington. The follow-up stun from Hammer throwing a draw, but you see the Impel coming out the last second. But not much more Pestilence could have done right there. So Massacre indeed. Rhapsody falls. And we're now looking at a 5-0 hero kill advantage. Honestly, though, 9.5 minutes in, as one-sided it has seemed to be, the stats are actually not that bad. I mean, 1,600 cold aid, 1,500
It is heavily skewed onto their solos, though, and their solos are devastatingly strong compared to at least the Legion side. I feel like, okay, 360 gold per minute on Pestilence. I can't say that he's not. And he's close to his portal key, so honestly, maybe I am speaking a little bit too soon because that portal key stun onto a couple of those heroes with that Merm stun, the AoE stun follow-up, and just the AoE in general. And the non-stop core procs.
And non-stop.
Yeah,
more passion in that. The 15% chance.
Look,
is he going to level it here? Is he going to level 3? No, he went fly it. Okay,
thank you.
At least. And then he has to pause to think about it. So.
You can definitely make a case to the 1 point of gore just for RNG in your favor.
Yeah, that's not.
I was really salty about the second pickup of it, but he is fixing it from here.
It's just so good, man.
Yeah.
Like you said, especially
it's
since
kind of why you pick up Pestilence,
It's a really good ability for him. So he has it now. And you're right. I mean, he has 2,040 gold saved up. So when he gets that portal key, I mean, that's the time. That's the time for this Legion team to really start actually getting kills now and pulling them back into this game because they are on a clock in a sense of this Dark Lady. She's going to be finishing that Rune Cleaver, still a little bit off of it, but she obviously has enough money for at least one of the brochures. She still needs the mana tube, I guess, too, so you get a little bit off of it, but they got about 2 or 3 minutes here, maybe round props the 15-minute mark, then that's when it's going to start really getting a little out of control, so to find that window and make something happen. How's Corrupted Disciple been doing with that said?
Corrupted's not been doing that bad. He's 250. He's pretty much keeping pace with this Doctor.
We talked about it.
Come on, dude.
Sorry. I'm sorry, Stackman.
You have no respect.
I shouldn't have done that.
Easy pick off onto the Corrupted Disciple right there. The Caster's Curse taking full effect. And well, back to more of a stagnant game for the Legion side. They have a portal key coming out. They can make. I want to see them make something happen, honestly, because Dark Lady's sitting back, farming. She doesn't have a teleport. She does not have a port. So, by all means, go and crush.
Yeah, I mean, he has enough gold for, obviously he wants to go to the side shop. In fact, he's going to run to the side shop right here. Maybe miss a kill or two, but he does have the portal key now. Sir Bensington is being locked down. I mean, he is in the suicide role, and his farm is minimal, but he is level 7 at the same time, so and he definitely seems like a hero that, at least the levels can be very powerful for him, so again, getting that Nightfall as soon as possible, which he definitely did. and have some good potential there. So he's going to continue sitting here at the bottom lane, though, doing what he can. Again, though, with that portal key now on Pestilence, they're going to keep an eye on seeing when and if he starts using that here more aggressively. Amon-Ra, we also can't forget about good old Amon-Ra. He's going to be doing his quiet thing here.
I feel like bottom is so obvious, though. Like, they shouldn't use that portal key bottom. He should port somewhere else and maybe get a pick-off on that Dark Lane. Maybe get a pick-off elsewhere. Hammerstorm, no TP at the moment. Doctor, no TP, but a fairly mobile hero. But still, I feel like bottom lane, Bennington has that leap away, the joust ability to quickly get away from ganks. And then, you know, the couple of heroes camping behind him, which they probably don't know about, but it'd be a little bit surprising with it. He has his portal key now, and he's shown it. I just want to see them make some big plays happen.
Yeah. Haster going to be bottled up by Dr. Repulsor right here. Now, it was spotted that whole time by the Sword of Sight, so the Legion team has plenty of information on that being picked up. And as you were talking about, here comes the roam now, the adjustments. As far as coming to the middle lane, Corrupted Disciple in the meantime, yeah, he's in a lot of trouble right now. Can they get here in time? Corrupted Disciple falling, one more on attack. Yes, he will fall in the end. Now, can they counter on this? In jumps past a beautiful impale on top of the Windfield. Down goes Dr. Repulsor, and Hammerstorm also in a lot of trouble. The Magic Carp stuns him, and he will fall. So the 2 kills coming out for the Legion team, and now they're going to start pushing in this middle lane.
Okay, it was close there for a sec. The Weedfield looked like it actually missed the hammer, but only hit the Doctor, but they had enough follow-ups to seal the deal there. So yeah, they made something happen. At the 1 second sooner, and CD would have lived, man. They were close. They had the right idea. You know, one more level of sprint, he might have gotten there in time, but it's okay.
He does have level 3 core now, by the way.
Oh. Well, he
doesn't like.
You don't want to 1v1 him at least. Honestly, in a 1v1, he
rocks, man.
He will.
Scary. Oh, Darkin is in a lot of trouble. She just charging strikes. The port is coming in for Corrupted Disciple. Never mind. Okay. I thought that was actually going to be a lot more, but
like a Pesty or something.
Yeah.
But Pesty is on the hunt. Not going to actually try to cut her off, though. Yeah, no, if that was a Pesty with a portal key porting in there,
then she probably was in a lot of trouble. But Corrupted, not much he could do there, so.
No.
She will be more than fine in the end.
They knew Pestilence was heading top. I mean, they had a ward scouting it out, so
true.
At this point, they should send numbers top if they were perceptive of that. Now they see Pestilence rotating back towards the middle lane. Still going to stick up there. Maybe going to try to punish a Corrupted Disciple again for being on his own. He is building pretty tanky, though, looking for the Energizer Steep Boots combination. I like that build-up for sure. Get some investments on top of it, and he's well-suited for this early game.
Yeah, that's definitely a huge item on a hero like Corrupted Disciple, who really loves to not get kited, obviously, because of that conduit specifically. Wants to keep that channel as long as possible. The overload working. I mean, there's even that static discharge to take it to make it work. So wants to stay nice and close to his opponents. Energizer will definitely help with that. So they clean up their triple stack Ancients in the meantime. So well played right there. Speaking of that, I mean, again, you look at the Hellbourne side. Those Ancients haven't stacked since the beginning of the game, it seems like, and still, let alone the jungle.
He just got his rune to cleaver, though.
Okay, yeah, here we go. Where's his GPM right now? 436.
They need to try to make something happen up there as soon as possible. I mean, Ra has his helm now. Gonna have boots again in a sec if he's not gonna go straight shamans, and Ra is notorious for his ability to kill stacks, just like that. No port though. Once again, so he's a little bit more gold for that. I will say, for as much fun that people make of Ra, 220 gold per minute, and the hero has immense recovery potential, just how fast it can farm. So.
Yeah, he's it's all about the magic damage with his abilities. So
whether or not he can do something with that farm that actually you're looking at.
Here we go. The 436 is now turning into 456, and Dark Lady just continuing to take out these stacks here. So again, pretty much everything's stacked up in the jungle. The Ancient's triple stacked.
Everything's tripled. Everything's tripled. Oh, the small camp is not.
It's been so since again for a long time now.
The hard camp is not. It's not
middle lane, nice kill in the middle lane right there. Hammerstorm comes in. What's stunned Corrupted Disciple though instead of Rhapsody, and Dr. Repulsor was going to Rhapsody now. Dr. Repulsor might be let's up over there. It's a 9-4 from Serpent. They joust on a Corrupted Disciple. He's running away. Calm Stone will connect. Can he actually get in range? No, he cannot. Down he falls. Nice job with the Path of Destruction, though, from Amon-Ra. The Ignite after that gets one kill on Hammerstorm, following up to Dr. Repulsor, but he will ludicrous speed away and be fine. So, just a counter kill happening there, and they did get the tower kill in the end, so good news for the Legion side there.
Yeah, unfortunately, Pesty's port was down for 10 more seconds. He picked one up from the side shot, but it just wasn't in time. Not too big of a deal, though.
He's going to port right here to the middle lane. And looks like going to continue to farm it up. So the Abyssal Skull during all that, though, was, of course, finished on Dark Lady. And Now she is headed towards those Ancients, so she is going to basically be at about 500 gold per minute after these are completed here. And again, that is just that is scary. Unless there's
a Pesty roam happening,
yeah.
and they don't have any vision on the Hellbourne team over there. Pestilence, is he going to be perceptive enough to try to check it out, or?
Nope. No, they're going to get it. They're taking the rev board here just in case, so yeah, they're going to get these Ancients.
That's unfortunate.
Again, watch that GPM just skyrocket even more.
They were so close to being able to do something about all of this, too.
That was a huge opportunity. Well, her GPM again, 510 gold per minute now, so continuing to work. Now, at the same time, though, she's still farming up those bigger items that will make her that very scary target.
I would like to see a barbed armor coming out for Ro, eventually.
Yeah.
That's one way to make use of your immense farm and tankiness, is barbed armor. So, especially against the Dark Lady and such.
The Hellbourne takes down a Legion
See a little tower going down in exchange for that bottom tower right there, so 1-for-1 between the two teams. But yes, we get a bomb and Rog, and he actually finishes the steam boots there on top of the helm of the Black Legion. And what do you think about steam boots on Almond Raw?
I think it's fine.
You think it's fine?
It
Okay.
synergizes well with the increased attack speed he gets from his Ashes to Ashes too. As he loses damage, he becomes hitting really fast, and in a straight up melee encounter with him, it is pretty punishing. And he wants to increase his health pool total. If he does ultimately go for something like a Bard, more health is a good thing. So.
Well, I forgot his ultimate was also reworked somewhat.
It was. It gives him actually up to 60% health, because I think you always have a fixed 10% to revive.
Yeah.
No matter what, right? Not no matter what, but it's for.
How does it work? Spend 50% of his max mana to be.
No. Okay, yeah. Amount of health. If you're below, you always revive. But if you're below 50% mana, then it. You can go down to even 10% max health. You only have 10% of your mana pool.
Okay.
It's actually worded pretty sloppily, in my opinion.
It is a little curious. Anyways, I do remember talking about that though in the patch that we had. So Dr. Repulsor, by the way, regen rune of Doctor. Talk about just a scary rune hero combination. That's probably one of the worst, and he doesn't really maximize it, unfortunately. But the obvious thing being that with that ludicrous speed, he could just keep that going.
I felt they can fight like for a while now since they had the Portal Key on Pesty.
Oh, here you go. They're going to jump Dr. Repulsor. Will they have enough luck? The Gore-Proc on top. The Weasel, they did connect, and down falls Doctor. Gore-Proc making work right there for Pestilence. No,
yeah, I want to see them take over the top tower and start getting boards in the woods. I want to see them actually fight before this TDL gets shrunken. Once TDL gets shrunken, just kiss your odds of winning goodbye, man.
Becomes a lot more difficult. I mean, I will say that you look at the overall team, and it is coming together pretty nicely here on the Legion side.
It is.
You got Pestilence, Corrupted, and Almond Raw all at that 300 gold per minute plus now. At least very close to it, so. Honestly, this Legion side isn't in the worst of spots necessarily, and they're continuing to grow here. And they're going to try to push another tower. We'll see how much effort our Hellbourne team puts into defending it, and it might not even need to be that much. We have one port out already. Rhapsody, Corrupted, and Pestilence all sticking in it, though. Rhapsody actually taking the tower. I want to think about that. Pestilence jumping in on Hammerstorm in the background, the Path of Destruction right on top, and Hammerstorm will fall. Dr. Repulsor, though, he comes in. Going to pull in Rhapsody right there. He will be taken out. Where the hell did
Bensington jumped on the
okay, up here. I was trying to look for him that whole time. Raw will port out, and Pestilence will port a key away. So they did get the tower kill, though. Did they? No, they didn't. Why did I say that? Tower is not killed. It's in deny range, however. Pestilence? Yeah, he's fine. So they will be able to deny the tower, if they choose to, at least. So actually a pretty good hold there in the end, coming out from the Hellbourne side.
And they made Dark Lady port. She's going to go back to the farming here, but now top tower. Like, they've shown that they can fight pretty effectively. Shrunken Head is 75 gold away, though, so.
Yeah.
I thought they kind of maybe should have tried to fight that even further. They had all 5 heroes up. Bensington wasted his ulti and wasn't able to catch anyone in the back there. I felt like they were still looking pretty healthy. They weren't really missing out on anything, but just
chose not to. Again,
I feel like you just got to man up here against this Hellbourne team, man. Like, they have a team that screams man up here with all these tanky frontmen.
Especially this early on.
Yeah.
But now as this game continues to progress, as you mentioned, that Shrunken Head just finished on Dark Lady. And she's cleaning out some more stacks of Ancients here.
Do not like this Barrier Idol pickup at all.
On Raw?
Limited amount of magic damage in general for the Hellbourne team. Dr. Repulsor is there, but I still would have liked to see something more like increasing your max health and go Barbed Armor instead of the Shaman's Headdress. Like, really, and then just get in their face.
Another item that they could really use is honestly the Soul's Bulwark right now. I mean, they are a lot about physical damage between Corrupted and Pestilence
that for sure too. Maybe they were looking for Pesty to get it, and that's why he wasn't. But Bulwark would have been another fantastic choice. So
see what Pestilence. Speaking of him, he does get next. Again, a Shrunken Head always a good option too. So speaking of that, holy crap, 2,900 gold saved up on Corrupted Disciple. So he has been pooling up that gold quite a bit and continuing to do so. He may be going for that Shrunken Head himself. He's going to save up the 3,900 for it. We'll see. Again, I'm not sure. I mean, you might as well buy the Mighty Blade, in my opinion, if that's what the case. But to each their own. We'll see, though, what he eventually goes for. Dr. Pulsey, you did talk about this. As by the way, there is the Soul's Bulwark on a Pestilence, so he does get that. Hellflower and Dr. Pulsar, in a sense, was nerfed with the taking out the damage amp because of how he specifically was.
Well, he used to go for those quick burst combos, and he used to be able to pick off anyone pretty much with the Hellflower. Still can, really. I mean,
still is a good item for him to have, is what I was getting at,
yeah.
So, and you see right there, he finishes the third one. So
very strong initiation.
So he will have that working now. Obviously, the downside for this Hellbourne team is similar to the Legion side, though, with other supports. You got Hammerstorm and Andromeda. They are somewhat under-leveled. Andromeda not maybe as big of a concern, but I guess for now, that was not the biggest deal in the world. But they are both still level 7. Rhapsody and Myrmidon are both level 8, so slight advantage there for the Legion team, I guess. But
yeah, Pestilence and Doctor. Doctor has the Hellflower ready to go, man.
Gonna jump in. Myrmidon in some trouble, but the turnaround right there. Myrmidon is gonna fall. Amon-Ra will also fall on top of that. We see Pestilence jump in with the Impale. The Rebirth coming out from Amon-Ra, trying to maybe turn things around. It's not gonna happen though. Pestilence will fall. Amon-Ra in some trouble. Rhapsody does come in. Her ultimate just a little bit too late though, it seemed like. Darkly now, she's gonna start running away, taking those staccato stuns. Joust back in by Sir Bensington. And Corrupted Disciple actually doing some good damage right here. He does have the conduit up to 3 charges right now, and he is still chaining the static discharge, definitely doing work here as well. The Overlord still working, gets another kill on Hammerstorm. Dr. Paul, so you need to be careful, buddy. Not sure what you were thinking right there. That path to destruction, it doesn't connect, but it gets him close enough. He is burning, and down falls Dr. Repulsor. A pretty damn good finish, honestly.
Yeah, they actually came out. They came out ahead, I believe. They only lost the Pestilence, man. Wait, no, Myrmidon as well.
Myrmidon as well, yeah.
But for 3-3, killing the Doctor, the Bensington, the Hammerstorm, not losing too much else on their own. 12 and 8. So, hell, man, that was good. Using a charge of Dark Lady Shrunken Head as well.
Yeah.
Holy crap, though. Shorty has 3,300 more gold on top of it. Throw a Frostburn into the mix, man. They might not be so lucky to survive next time. So
yeah, I noticed that. I look at the GPM for after that, 630 gold per minute for Dark Lady.
That's not okay right now. That is absolutely not okay. Carrying this game should be a piece of cake for her at those numbers, but we'll have to see, man. I mean, big Rhapsody ulti after Dark Lady jumps in onto his team, her team, and hell, maybe there could be some turnaround. We saw right there they do have the potential for it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Again, Amon-Ra being able to resurrect as he did right there. I mean, that's definitely something also too that it can catch the other team off guard in terms of they think they have a quick kill, but all of a sudden buys a little bit more time for the team to come in and turnaround happen. So yeah, definitely still some good fight here left, and we perhaps even have a bit more game ahead of us here between these two teams. Jory Mansland. Jory Mansland. I went for the actual trying to pronounce it. I completely failed. Jory Mansland versus
Jory Mansland, I think.
Jory Mansland. Partially squeezed. That's easier. Yeah. The Hellbourne side over here. So doing the Ancients together, and another 2,700 gold here onto Corrupted Disciple. So again, he is definitely pulling up quite a bit. The Frostburn was finished on Dark Lady. Yep. That will definitely make a big difference too. And he also got 2,000 gold on Hammerstorm actually, so very possible portal key for him going to be coming out. So some more initiation chance for the Hellbourne team to kind of get in there. Obviously, Dr. Pulsar also continuing to be a concern. And then there's Sir Bensington again. Levels are decent for him. He's level 13 now. The farm has continued to be not the greatest, but hey, he's getting the job done. He's got some good utility, especially with the Energizer here.
For sure.
For his team. So, attempt. No Legion team gonna push out here in the middle lane. It looks like Amun Ra kind of taking your advice now as far as at least following up the barrier idol. He does get a beast heart here. Another one, so.
Looking for that behemoth's heart.
Yeah. Long ways to go for that, unfortunately.
Sure.
Alex and the Malphite next, so. They are roaming around, though. They're trying to find something here, but all they're going to find is creeps, unfortunately, for now. As you do see the lane being pushed up in the middle lane, and that is going to get a reaction out of the Hellbourne side, at least, so. Getting them to fall back here. So, game again.
Ancient's going to continue to be stacked. Looking at that 700 gold per minute mark. Getting approached on by Dark Lady here, man. They're just putting all the resources onto her, though, so one bad play, and uh-oh.
There we go. Corrupted disciple. It's a lot of trouble right here. We do see him going to fall. And, I mean, that's a combination right there between Sir Bensington and Doctor, man.
Yeah, you
cannot
like get away.
Yeah, that is a deadly combination. So, maybe start seeing more of that now from the Hellbourne team here.
Yeah, and given the fact that, I mean, he has the long range leap and a stun, you can't port out or anything, and if you don't have blink, you're pretty much just dead meat. Forces them to kind of group up together, doesn't it? And grouping up is not what they want to do when a Dark Lady is sitting there farming 650 gold per minute. I mean, they want to try to find pickoffs, they want to try to make something happen, but if they roam as 5 and Dark Lady's avoiding the fights, I should say, when she's already sitting at 650 gold per minute and just going crazier and crazier, they sort of need to have more farm here. Until they really want to commit to a team fight, but they can't really break into the base, so what can they do? They can look at bottom tower and top tower, but every time they go to push one of the lanes, the other side's getting split pushed out, so.
Yep, difficult times indeed. So, you see the Congar kill going down, obviously took it alive, going to Dark Lady right there. Yeah, it's what do you do here if you're the Legion team? The whole spread out idea, it's not the best because of, as we were just talking about.
The Doctor and the Benzie.
Yep, so they are kind of grouped up right here again, just moving around, seeing if they can find anyone, but our Hellbourne side also doing a pretty good job of not leaving themselves too vulnerable. Another regen rune picked up by Dr. Repulsor right here. Again, a very deadly rune to have on this guy. So we'll see if he can make the best use of it here, as he's going to go in and see, not give it, maybe not. Anyways, what did I just see? Corrupted Disciple just picked up a Dancing Blade. And then he also had Lightbrand picked up by Dark Lady, so that Dawnbringer is going to be finished here. Decided to just go all the way with it into the Dawnbringer here.
Yep.
With the inventory that he has, I guess that definitely makes sense. So
yeah, honestly, the next team fight is going to be preposterous, man. It's all going to come down to whether or not they can kite the Dark Lady, but Dark Lady sitting with Shrunken Head, Dawnbringer. Can be pretty tough. Looking at a big Rhapsody ulti, maybe it changes tides, but even if she does a big Rhapsody ulti, all Dark Lady has to do is attack her once and kill her team. So
yeah, attack her once, kill her in one hit, and then kill the rest.
Well, after she gets Rift Shards, yeah.
Yeah. Bottom lane, you see Rhapsody
possibility.
Trying to just push back this lane, but yeah, definitely wouldn't be surprised to see Rift Shards as the next option here for her. That portal key has been on Hammerstorm now for a little bit.
Oh, wait, Dark Lady actually caught out here. Pestilence was in range for a blink stun, but Doctor in reach, and Doctor used all his money. They have 5 people up here. Bensington has his ultimate. It's going to be joining the party soon if he gets any sort of vision of any additional heroes, but not quite, so.
Yeah, they had a little bit of a chance, but I mean, that's probably the better that he didn't go in on this.
Oh, no. It was...
With the team coming like they
Murad was probably hoping not to find a random Dark Lady spawn in front of his nuke, so trying to pick up on farm. He does have buyback. This is pretty much the last stand.
Yeah, you just see Dark Lady just tearing up the creep wave, tearing up the tower. That will easily fall. They're still both the middle and the bottom outer towers, so at least our Legion team still has a little bit of resources left in that sense, but you do see Amun Ra going to just resurrect now in about 20 seconds. As they say that, though, they go to the middle lane. And they're going to drop this tower here. That token still has over 4 minutes remaining on it.
700 gold per minute if he farms his creep wave. He's walking away from it.
Go back to it. Yeah.
700.
Yeah. Mobby. Stop him, Mobby.
Carry player freshly squeezed. Making a good first impression here on Honcast, at least.
Yes, he is. A lot of. Honestly, the supports have just done a fantastic job.
Oh yeah, they were massively stacking everything. They're fully.
They really made sure
optimizing this farm, and for pulling it all on them, they're not even sitting that much all in. I mean, Doctor's almost sitting on Hellflower Shrunken at this point. You look at Hammerstorm; he has his PK initiation. Bensington, a formidable array of items as well. So.
actually worked out very nicely for the Hellbourne side. Now we do see right here Dark in the front lines, but again, look at the Legion team. They're setting up, but Dr. Repulsor's sitting on them this whole time. In jumps Hammer from Amount of Pestilence. They're going to go right for him. Dr. Repulsor goes on the corrupt side in the meantime. Nightfall in the background. Down goes Pestilence right off the bat. There's a particular malady saving Corrupt Disciple initially, but there goes Rhapsody quickly killing him. Darkly jumping in, going after Corrupted Disciple. We'll get the kill in. Hat-trick coming out for Dark Hitter right here. Pestilence buys back, jumps back into the fight. Might get the kill and hammers Torm. But at what cost right here? In jumps a quad kill. The Annihilation. Yes, the Annihilation.
And more, and more. No, Doctor, bad Doctor. The double Annihilation denied.
You got one Annihilation. That's good.
Yeah, that's...
Well, Genocide to finish it. GG well played is being called. And the GPM will finish around 770 gold per minute for Dark Liddy. Wow. Well, that ended suddenly.
Yeah. They waited too long. Yeah. Not to say that they would have won if they didn't wait long, but they had their window of trying to take over the game and just dropped it in the end. So hey, well played. Nice recovery. I mean, I was surprised. I was expecting that to be a much shorter game in the end than the Legion team made it out to be. So we'll have to see whether Tormentzon has what it takes. Reanalyze their draft in game 2. We saw they voiced some disapproval of the heroes they picked on the Hellbourne team, calling it a gay draft, actually, I believe, early on. So, yeah, going to have to see if they choose to man up and actually pick a stronger lineup here in the game 2.
Yeah, again, banning draft, it really is a completely different game of its own because of every game you go into 24 completely random new heroes. You really have to analyze that pool. It's not the same thing every single time. So it can be difficult when it comes to the drafting stage, and obviously